Update: found condoms in partner's desk. My original post is in my profile if you want to read it. I read all the responses to my post. Many people gave advice to put a tracker in his car. Look through his phone and computer. The more I was thinking about that, it just seemed so crazy. I don't have the time or emotional energy to devote to that. So I decided to confront him. I took the condoms out of his desk, brought them into the living room where he was watching TV and set them on the table. I just asked him why he had them. His immediate response was stuttering. "Where did those come from?" Followed by, "Those are old. They aren't expired." Followed by, "I found them laying around and was going to throw them out." But he didn't throw them out. He wrapped them up in some paper and tried to hide them. All I said was, "There is only one reason for a guy to have condoms." And I walked away. We haven't spoken since. I got all the answers I needed. Now comes the hard part. I am not in position to leave at this point. I just got accepted into a master's program that my employer is paying for. I worked for a long time to get this opportunity and I'm not going to jeopardize it because of him. I will move on under my own terms. Has anyone out there ever had to stay in a situation like this? I am so busy anyway. I won't be spending much time at home. We don't really fight or get combative, so I'm not worried about him doing anything to me. The house is big enough where I can keep my distance. At least until I can comfortably transition into a new place. Well done for approaching this head-on. I think his response tells you everything you need to know. Focus on you. Get your master's. Then he can go live in the bin. I hope the next few days go okay and wish you all the best, X. Good for you. Be prepared. Depending on his temperament, he may decide to go petty and make threats about being single and bringing another woman into the house. If the house is big enough for the two of you to live separately and he's not a combative guy, then just treat him as you would a roommate. Move your stuff into another room. Stop cooking, cleaning up after him, etc. if that's what you do, and just focus on your job and studies. You shouldn't be forced to leave your house cause he's a cheater. Gray rock him and try and make friends through work and college. You doing well and living a good life will show him how much he messed up. I'm really glad that you have a plan. And I understand delaying a major transition until after you've finished something so important. I hope he doesn't get combative. And I know he has condoms. But get tested just in case. Most guys won't wear a condom when getting a BJ, even if they wear a condom for sex. Wishing you the very best. And if you ever want to talk, vent, I'm always open. Good for you. I hope your future is bright. Just dropped in here to give an applause to you. Well done, madam. It's refreshing to see that there is still people around with nerve and self-respect. In your situation, been there. Had my cheater ex in my flat during the pandemic because no one, not even her direct family, would accommodate her. And after 10-year relationship I had some pity for her and let her stay. I did establish some clear boundaries. What you can do and what you can't. When, how you can talk to me. In my case she had to comply. Spoiler. She didn't. Or I'll just drop her out to the street. Spoiler. Dumped her to the street at mid-pandemic. In your case I guess the house is 50-50, so it might not be that easy, but nevertheless boundaries must be established to keep him apart from you as much as possible. Very boss move. Let's see what he does next. Once I saw him cowering like a little bitch. Dead giveaway, you go sister. Nice. He couldn't even think of any valid reason. There really isn't one if you're in a committed relationship. Hope you can manage being in the same house. I assume y'all already split bills and whatnot, but at least y'all don't have to pay or cook for each other. Doesn't seem like you'd be a friend to him after this either. Some people remain friends, but that's weird to me in these situations. You did the right thing, although it's hard and must have felt terrible. Move on and focus on the masters. It's troublesome enough. From a second-year MSc student, cold sweat smile. He could have said, "Sometimes I masturbate, but it get really messy. So I do it with condoms, then throw them away." Great job. Thanks for the update. I'd say one of the worst few months I've ever had was between when I told her we're getting a divorce and when she moved out. I moved shortly after. She just happened to find a place first. We had 3 kids to take care of. No communication. Tension. Living with the most angry person I've ever lived with. I used to buy dinner on my way home from work and eat in my car in the parking lot. Don't know how he will react, but I'd imagine it's not going to be easy. But you'll be able to find a way to schedule yourself to have as little interaction with him as necessary if needed. But keep your head high. There's light at the end of the tunnel. I knew it was gonna get better, and that's the only thought that kept me going. And it did, and I'm a happily divorced single dad of 3, and years later I'm still so happy I put myself through what needed to be done. Escaped a horrible situation. You've got a new incredible life ahead of you. A little bit of hell will seem like a small price to pay when you get there. Good luck. So you want to just stay in his house rent-free? What? Wow, you're so strong to be able to do that. Kudos to you, honestly. I think a lot of people wouldn't be able to. Wish you all the best. Has he said anything to you yet since you confronted him? Have a plan and think, how are you going to leave the relationship? Don't waste any more energy with him. Take care of yourself. I completely understand you. Been through something similar. You can reach out if you need to talk. Up. I am in awe of your strength. Both for the way you just confronted him head on and the way you didn't fall for any excuses. Even though it would have been an emotionally easier way out for the moment. I also commend you for going through with your plans like a badass. You don't need this immature BS, and that will pay off in the long run. Best of luck from a fellow internet stranger for your masters and for your future romantic endeavors. I'm sure that you will find someone who will appreciate your awesomeness and healthy communication skills in the way that you deserve. Shame his cheating. Heartbreaking.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.